25 minutes before 7 here on this Monday morning. Let's take a look at the front pages of your newspapers. And we'll start off this morning with the Business Day. The Business Day inquiry into tainted NPA officials starts. The inquiry into the fitness of two NPA that's the national prosecuting officials to hold office starts on Monday, less than 2 weeks after advocate Shamila Batohi takes up her position as National Director of Public Prosecution. So we're talking about Nomnobo Jiba and suspended Special Director of Public Prosecutions Lawrence Mkhwebi's fitness to hold office. So do stay tuned. We're going to be joined by Bongiwe Gumede, the spokesperson for the Mohoro inquiry. That's what the inquiry is being called, and it'll be starting today. We'll be hearing all about that. So that's the front page of the Business Day. Also in the corner, which we picked up here for obvious reasons, SABC board suspends job cuts. That's what the Business Day is running with. Yep. They're saying that the SABC, which remains in a dire financial situation, has suspended its retrenchment process amid pressure from government, Labour and other stakeholders. The public broadcaster had hoped to conclude the process by the end of January. It's been unable to pay its creditors and warned in November that it would be unable to pay salaries by February unless it was granted a 3 billion rand guarantee. And they go on to say that SABC spokesperson Neo Momodu confirmed at the weekend that the retrenchment process has been suspended. Well, we're reading this in the Business Day. I haven't heard anything here, but this is the report in the Business Day.
Absolutely, and of course also indicating that nobody's willing to actually enter into any sort of business arrangement with the SABC as things stand right now. So the situation is rather dire. Okay. But the retrenchment process is on hold.
All right. Well, that's the front page of the Business Day.
Okay. Then moving on to the Citizen, and bank grab makes no sense. And analysts say that nothing can be gained by even debating the issue, and it just makes investors skeptical of our sanity. And this is, of course, the debate around the nationalization of the Reserve Bank. And we're also pulsing you on that question this morning. What are your views on it? What do you make of this particular matter? Should the Reserve Bank be nationalized or shouldn't it? Looking at what reserve banks the world over, what their characteristics are, looking at ours, what do you make of this situation? We want to hear from you. And then also PRASA to be saved. It can be saved, says an expert, and also probe into a waiter and pay and know your medical aid. Some of the stories covered by the Citizen today.
Okay, let's move on to the Sowetan now. And the front page of the Sowetan is robbers hit another school. That's another school that's been hit there. I unfortunately can't read the small print there. Why Hillbrow mugger was burnt alive. That's a story they look at as well. And of course, the big stink, Agritsi, back on the hot seat at the State Capture Commission of Inquiry. So that we are going to be watching today. And Nomvula Mokonyane, lots of allegations against her. So we'll be looking with, I suppose, much anticipation at that one.
Absolutely. And finally, the Star elite unit takes city for 100 million rand. The ANC and their what does it say? Anticipated naming of top leaders in the Zondo probe. And they also go on to say to the ANC that the ANC will not defend members implicated at the state capture inquiry. And fake invoices, bogus companies used to launder money, according to Agritsi, and ANC members being implicated. Party very clear that it is not the ANC that is on trial and being implicated. It is individual members. And Nzimande apologizes for license ordeal. Those are the stories on the front page of today's Star.
Okay, those are your newspapers. Let's now get you a weather update.